Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. What a perfect day today. Everything's gone absolutely spot on. I'm very happy today. As you can see, I'll share with you now on the screen. If we look at Tesla today, why it's so important to have a long-term position and also at the same time have a trading position on your Roth IRA that you can come in, come out, risk management, protect your money, take profits, tax-free, no risk whatsoever. So if you believe in Tesla and you think Tesla is a great company and you want to own it and you see it going in the future, when it pops up and it's up 30, 40, 50%, just before the earnings, it rises and rises and rises. It always does this. You trim off the top, you take some money, and then you buy it back. Now, you don't listen to people who say it's going to go down to whatever. It doesn't matter. You bought it when it was low at 100. I bought it when it was 150 or something like 150, 140. I bought something at 100. So I've made that money. Now, if I have just sold it 190, and if I buy it back at 180, yes, my portfolio, my average has gone up. But at the end of the day, that profit I've made, I've already got in my pocket, so I can pay more for it. It doesn't matter because I've already made the free money on it anyway. And if you're buying it back 10 bucks less, 20 bucks less, 30 bucks less, that's just a way to get back in again and do it again. So I'm not saying do it with all your shares because you'd never know when the bottom was coming in and so on and so forth. But to do it on a few shares at the top, it makes every bit of sense. So we can now see I used to own 14 shares of Tesla. I now own 21 and a half. So when things go up, they go up really quick for me now. And we can demonstrate that if we look at overall my portfolio. I am in line with the markets today overall because I'm starting to add more and more Tesla into my main brokerage account. All right. So if we go over to my main brokerage account, it's had a big rise today. I would have been behind the market, but I've bought Tesla, but I've only got 2 or 3 shares on my brokerage account, I think 2.5. But if I look at my Roth IRA, look, I'm absolutely powering ahead of the markets today. The market is up 0.29 and I'm up 1.44. And that's because I have Tesla and it's 30%, 31%, 30.8 to be precise, of my portfolio. It really moves my portfolio. Now that you might go, well, it can move it that quick going down. It can. And that's why when it gets to 290, I'll sell a couple again and I'll buy a dip on the way down again. It makes absolute sense. We always have these patterns around earnings and you can see it over and over again. The same thing repeats itself. And as long as I'm still seeing a future with Tesla going up from here, it's a no-brainer. Anyway, I think that's the difference between understanding how the stock market works and our dear friend this morning, a very young investor who's very always Maximilian. That's the guy. I think he's about 15 years old. He's always saying you're paying too much. You're doing this. You've got to understand how the market works. And anyway, I'm very happy. That's why my portfolio is so far ahead. And if we look at my all-time position now on my Roth IRA, we can see I'm up today ahead for the first time on my Roth. And I've been behind because I made mistakes with Virgin Galactic last year. I made mistakes with Virgin Orbit. We're not making those mistakes again. So we've got ourselves back up above the market, which is good. So at the end of the day, I've recovered those losses that I lost with Virgin Galactic and Virgin Orbit. And now I'm beating the market overall, which is great, right? So we're going to continue this way of trading now and investing. And I've still got 700 bucks in cash for the morning. So, and the morning, of course, is all about next era energy. And we'll talk about that next. So we're ready for that. That's the earnings in the morning. Let's go back to my day position. Let's go back to my overall position. And with 250 bucks now off an all-time high, and Tesla keeps on rising, we could easily get back to $60,000, which I never quite touched with $4,000 that I've taken out. So this is a phenomenal turnaround. Anyway, I'm very happy with my position. I hope you feel the same way about your portfolio. All right, let's read some of the comments. We had, hi, Mike. Hi, Sensei. Tio Roll, hey there. Mike, hey, Tio. Hi, Mike. Jojo S. Evening, everyone. Interesting, Martin. I just had my left earbud in and sound was fuzzy. I just had my left earbud in and sound was fuzzy. When I put both in, the sound is now really clear. I often just put one earpiece in, but probably not a common use case. There's no reason why one should be fuzzy than the other. I don't know why that would be. We are broadcasting in stereo, but it's an equal balance on both sides of my mix. There's no reason why one would be worse than the other. I don't know why that would be. I think that's something to do with your setup. No reason. I'm monitoring my audio all the time, and I don't see that. But thanks for telling me anyway. And thanks for noticing my sound. Jojo S. wasn't. I don't think Jojo S. was in this morning when we were talking about what I've done to my sound and what I've done. A lot of work, a lot of investment, huge investment on it. And I now have a radio TV sound. And it was the last piece of the puzzle. I was unable to get it during a live show. I was able to produce it afterwards in a production, but never during the live show. Now I can do it in a live show, and I'm extremely excited about it. Anyway, good evening, everyone, says Crag. Jojo S. Hey, Crag. Rocket Lab price recovering. Indeed it is. I put a video about it, that I'm moving my money out of Virgin Galactic into Rocket Labs earlier. Jojo, hey Jojo, do you think it is the realm of possibility that Vorb will make an astounding comeback? No, not at all. It's being delisted. It's a completely different company now. It can't just come back. No, it'll come back under a different ticker, different everything. It won't come back. It won't. If you think you can just hold your shares and suddenly become rich, that's not how it works. Virgin Galactic, I said today after the pop, it would go straight back down. Maximilian said no, and it's cheap to buy. And I said, no, it's not. It's rubbish. And look, exactly what happened. And I put a video out to back that up. Gold, 80 and 181, still not quite where I want it to be, but not too bad, not too bad. The S&P 500 is up 0.42 today. Amazon, down slightly. Apple's had a good day. Next Era Energy, exactly what we wanted today. Exactly what we wanted today. Next Era Energy. If you didn't see the video earlier that I put out and explained my position, I have two positions. I have my main position, $3,200. I'm up 0.5%. Don't want to sell it. I want to be in solar. But I don't want to pay any tax on that small gain, even though it isn't anything at all to consider, $16. However, it had a rally all the way up to earnings, and we said it got overbought. It did. It got hot. This particular stock is a bit like Tesla, except it drops before the earnings, the night of the earnings. The earnings is in the morning. Now we've got an expectation that's up. But even if they beat expectations, it's more likely to sell off. So you might say, well, why don't I take my $3,000 right now and buy it back in the morning? Well, we are at the dawn of the next phase of solar, and we could be in for a surprise. It could rally in the morning. If it does, what do? Nothing. Just enjoy it going up. I've got the dividends. I have to be in within the next 2 weeks to get the dividends. So I'll do nothing. If, however, it does what I expect it to do and it drops first thing in the morning, even if the earnings are beaten, I will buy back shares with the money I've got in my Roth. And my Roth is currently $698. There it is. I will buy that back. I will spend that. And I will then, if I can, by the end of the day, make a profit from it and get out of it again, still leaving my main position. Now you say, well, why do you want to get out of it again if you've just bought in? Well, because I can make some money on it if it drops. If it goes up, I'm already in. The reason why I want to be out of it in the morning, I don't want to remain in, is because after hours, we have Google, and Microsoft. And then on the 26th of July, pre-market, we have Tilray, and we also have Coca-Cola, and we have Gladstone, which I'm not really in, after hours on the 26th. So we've got some stuff coming up. Now, Google and Microsoft, I do want to be able to buy some dips if we get it after hours tomorrow. All right, we will cover, we're not going to cover them both, but we will watch both. We're going to cover Google. Okay, and we want to have money on hand for that. So I don't want to stay in with Next Era Energy for the whole day. Just want to pop in the morning, make a scalp trade if we can, and so on. So, you know, and at the end of the day, if it's a really bad earnings and it goes down a lot, then what I will probably do is sell some of my brokerage position at a small loss if that was necessary, and then buy back as it drops, and then you have that money to buy Google or Microsoft in the evening. So that's how I'm working it. Anyway, let's have a look. It's a realm possibility. No. Sensei 18 watching, 12 likes, like. I closed loads of positions today and opened positions on 2 stocks I've never owned before. Kraft Heinz and Joby Aviation. Okay. Interesting. Thanks for sharing that, mate. Like it. Hi, Martin. Will stocks drop on Wednesday? There will certainly be volatility on Wednesday. I expect a high-risk stocks, not high-risk, but high-tech stocks to sell off somewhat. However, I also expect on the other side of the coin, my defensives to go up, and hence why we've had huge rallies on Coca-Cola and J&J. Now, some of you will say, well, it's only 4%. What's the excitement about that? It's a dividend king. This stock doesn't move very much. In fact, I was down 4%. So I've had a swing of 8%. How come it's up 4%? Because the smart money is buying the defensives. I don't want to buy it on Wednesday. I want to be in on it Wednesday. I've already made money on it. So if we get a sudden sell-off, where's the money going to go? It's going to go into J&J and Coca-Cola because they have much higher targets right now, 250 for J&J. So there's a lot of room to grow into J&J. So that's where the money's going to go. So I don't need to buy it. I'm already in it. That's how I'm thinking. So if the markets are bad, I don't care. I don't care. It'll still benefit my portfolio. I think Tesla's strong. We've proved that today. So when I sold at 290, I sold a couple of shares at 290, and I started to buy back at 280 and 270 and 260 and 250 until I ended up with 21 and a half shares. I am extremely happy to do that. And now we're going up, and well, you've seen the result. I've just shown it you. Anyway, Brandon Harris, you're very, very welcome. Become part of the family. Let me show you all the countries that we've got members in. We have the highest engagement rate of you on YouTube. We have 95% of our live viewers are members. There's a reason for that. Don't ask me, ask the members. They'll tell you why. It's there to help you, not to benefit me. That's what it's about. Take care of everybody else. The money takes care of itself. There's our members. There's the membership link, and you get many, many perks if you are a member. Sensei, Martin, if you think it will be a pause, then how are you saying high risk will drop? Everything will rally 20%. No, I don't. Even if it's a pause, that doesn't mean everything will rally, because we've had a bull market since November, December. We've seen everything get overbought. Everything's getting ahead of itself. Everyone's buying everything, which is great. Means all my shares are up, which enables me to trim and buy lower stocks, which is what I've been doing. It can't run forever. And even if things are good, we've seen it before. Just because the news is good, we've seen it on earnings, we've seen it on the FOMC report, countless times when things are good and it sells off because people take profits and they move them into different areas. We've seen that with Virgin Galactic. We've had successful flights. What happens? Everyone dumps the stock. That's for different reasons, of course, but nevertheless, we've seen a similar story over and over again. I don't know how many times I've seen earnings, very good earnings, and yet and yet we then sell off. Also, on top of the FOMC report, we also have the biggest companies in the world reporting this week. And we're all buying, expecting great earnings, and if not, trim off the top. And I think we all know, we all know that the earnings is going to be okay, but it's not going to be explosive. We've still got a war. We've still got macro conditions. We've still got high interest rates, still got high inflation. We've got a global warming crisis now getting worse and worse by the second. The world isn't in a perfect spot right now. So, let's risk manage our money. Anyway, thank you, Brandon. You're very, very welcome. Sensei is correct on this one, Martin. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's about surprise. There was 99.5% thinking it'll be a hike, and that's fine. I can have 99.999%. I still believe it's going to be a pause, and we shall see. All right. It would rally 20 to 40%, especially high risk. I don't see that at all. I think we've already had that this year. It's why I'm more than happy as soon as I can start earning money next month, August the 21st, when I get paid from YouTube next month, I can start bringing more money to my portfolio. And guess where it's going? Uninvested cash. It's going in my cash pot. That's where it's going. It's not just going to buy stocks. It's going to go in my cash pot, earning 4.65, or if you believe what you believe, 5%, even more than that probably. At least 10 to 15%. Okay, since November, we've seen the lowest prices at Christmas where the mighty crash was bottom of the market. It'd be nice to get another sell-off like that this year. Can I call in? No, you can't. Yes, you can call in. Sensei, you can call in. Sensei, you forgot to say everything will rally except Space and Mullen. Yeah, you forgot to mention that. Anyway, gold is becoming more attractive. Not quite ready yet, though. Anyway, if you got your best microphone, because now I've got my super duper sound, you got to bear that in mind now. You got to raise your game now, Sensei. You got to raise your game. Anyway, so yes, the broadcast lounge is open and you are welcome to call in. And I'm excited to see if you've got your Ecamm Live streaming onto your Discord. Anyway, I've got some exciting news here to share with everybody. Really, really good. As I told you before, the very, very best way, bar none, of sending real cash from your bank to another country right now is TransferWise. I do it all the time. I send money to the UK. You get the best rate possible. And I say the best rate, and I mean the best rate, the XE rate. If you don't know what that is, if you go to a bank, they get the XE rate and then add a bit to make some profit. Or if you're buying or selling, whichever way around they do it. If you go to a travel agent or you go to an exchange bureau, they've got the XE rate and they add a bit to make a bit of money. So if you can send money with the XE rate, which is the internal rate, if you like, then that's the best deal. However, what if you can send money instantly, and I mean within 1 second, and I know because I've just done it to England. I sent money from my Bank of America to my Lloyds Bank in 1 second for free at the XE rate and earn a cash benefit for doing it. Well, I've got a wonderful referral here. It's free to set up. I use it. I love it. If you want to go and try this out for yourself, all you've got to do is set it up, and it tells me that you've set it up. Now, full disclaimer, once 5 people do it and send $200, I will earn $50. So thank you very much, but you will earn some benefits as well. So here is my referral code. TransferWise, I use the app myself. You get the XE rate. You can send money from your bank to any bank in the world instantly. And right now, you can do it for free with no fees at all. It is the best way to transfer cash from your bank. I do it all the time. So there's my referral code. Go and check it out. And I'm absolutely sure you'll be absolutely delighted with that. I use it all the time. Right. Steven says, energy goes up. Oil almost $80 a barrel. That might take JP Grim Reaper raise rates 0.25. The petroleus is a big part of the economy. Petrolis, do you mean petrol? I mean, what do you mean by that? Petrolis. Anyway, if that was the case, why is my Chevron still not doing well? I'm still 8% out of the money on my Chevron, despite the cost of oil going up. Still not making any money on Chevron. But got to be honest, I'm not really a fan of owning oil. It's not done anything for me for nearly a year. The sooner I can get out of oil, the better. I love this latte. I have to be honest, it's great. And then the best bit's right at the end. Right at the end, you get that little bit of cream and chocolate on the top. That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about right there. Anyway, energy is up almost, there we go. Energy is up almost $80 a barrel. Energy is a big part of the economy, and JP probably raised rates 0.25%. There he is, the man who is out of this world. It's Rocket Martyn, and the crowd goes wild. How is Tesla Jam doing? Hello, how you doing, Sam? Lovely to have you here. That what I was looking at, Steven, says Sensei. Oil went up 3% today. Kind of sad. I sold at the beginning of the week, I think, or about a week ago. I will give that a try. Sensei Crypto, you're able to call in now. I will give that a try after finished dinner, mate. Haven't signed up to Wise yet. Can I send the money to you, then you send it back? Yep, absolutely can. Absolutely can. If you want to send the money to me, so you can get a bonus. Absolutely. And I will, of course, send it you right back. Absolutely. We've done that before with Cash App. We've done that before with Venmo. Of course, many of my members have done that. That's a members only thing, really. I only want members doing that because you're the guys who really know what it's all about. Wouldn't want to give that out to anybody else. I'm up 21% on MTDR. Congratulations. How much do you get for signing up? How much do you get for signing up? Let me have a look. $5,000 probably. Probably $5,000. Let's have a look. Right. Track invites. Earn and get $50. They get a fee-free transfer up to 500 when they sign up with your link. Okay, so you get the opportunity to send £500. You get the opportunity to get £500 for free. You can send £500 for free. This is the app. This is where I'm looking at, right? Right. You can send £500 for free by setting it up. You don't earn any money. You can just send money for free. So you get the XE rate and you get the benefit of it's free. You don't earn any money as well because they're basically giving you the fee for free. I earn £50 when 3 friends send over £200 in one go. So yeah. No, you don't get any money. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I could give you £5 back. Because I need 3 people to do it. So I need 3 people to do it. So if you do it, I could send you £5 back once I've got the 50. How about that? Then I'll be sending out £15. I don't know. I can do that, but that's really all I can do. How much do I get? For a bonus. Okay, there we go. Answered that question. Right. Okay, moving on. The overall portfolio. Let's have a look. Virgin Galactic still going down. Yeah, he's going. Yeah. All right then. I'll send you some money. Can you send it me back just to help me out? Yeah, I mean, I can't do more than that because I've got to pay tax on it, and but I'm happy to do it. But it's probably best if you've got someone you want to send some money to. Maybe you've got somebody in the rest of the world that wants some money. I don't know. Or see, I do it because I earn money in the US and I send it to the UK for my pension. That's what I do. That's how I do it. Apple. Next Era Energy going all the way down. Lovely. How much percentage are you up on OVV, Mike? Says Stephen Lewandowski. Next Era Energy going down now for the earnings. Enphase going up. PBR, Petrobras, we looked at it this morning. Coca-Cola going sideways. J&J, CVX, Tesla just trimming off a little bit. It's been going up all day. Rivian, McDonald's, Coca-Cola. I think McDonald's isn't McDonald's tomorrow. Hang on a minute. Let me have a look. No, McDonald's is on the 27th. Okay. Good. I also want to watch that as well. Mike says, I have swing traded a lot. I have swing traded a lot of times, made around $160. Lovely stuff. Microsoft, Walmart, Tesco. All right. Okay. Shall we do a bit of Frank Sinatra? Anybody want a bit of Frank Sinatra? Anybody want a bit of Frank Sinatra to make you feel good? Even though Virgin Galactic's going down the toilet, here's a bit of Frank Sinatra live on the show. You can't believe this, can you? You can't believe you get this entertainment on the show. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me know what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. You can't believe it, can you? You can't believe it. What's going on here? Can't believe it. I know, it must be amazing watching this show. I'd love to watch it one day. Entertainment on the show. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. I was just checking it works. It does. Great sound through the buds, absolutely right. Thanks, Mike. Looks like Lucid is turning around. It's already up 4%. Oh, Lucid. I'm not even going to look at it anymore. It's a ridiculous company. It's going private. Anyone can see that. CEO pays himself $500 million to lose the company $500,000 every time he sells his car. I don't know how that can even be legal, to be honest. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I would fire him in 3 seconds if he was my CEO. Anyway, you deliver, service like that, I get rid of you. Anyway, the S&P trimming off. We've got half an hour to go. Down we go for tomorrow's earnings. NEE. There he goes. All the way back down again. Enphase. What did you think of Elton John at Glastonbury? What do I think of Elton John at Glastonbury? I think it was great, but I am a bit tired of every single gig is his last gig. It's been his last gig for 20 years. It's always his last gig. I mean, how many times can you get away with it? I love Elton John, but he is milking it a bit. every single one. Do you want some Elton John? What I gotta do to make you love me? What I gotta do to make you care? What do I say when it's all over? What have I gotta do? What have I gotta do? Yeah, sorry seems to be the hardest word. There you go. Bit of Elton John for you. Do you want some Elton John? I gotta do to make you love me. Yeah, I've got to stop checking it out. I'm getting used to it now. I need to stop checking it out. I need to just make another little tweak every day, just slightly better. Okay. Just a very slight tweak. Here, Sam, you're a sound man. Have you noticed a difference in my sound today? Have you noticed? Done a lot of work on the sound today. So I wonder if you've noticed any differences there, mate. My way, but do it your way, Martyn. What do you? My way. You want some my way? This is fun. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Have you seen all those AI covers based on Sinatra's voice? I have. I hate it. I hate it. I think it's terrible. YouTubers are just stealing stuff, using AI. I hate it. I can't give any time to that. I think it's awful. And it's quite, novel. But, you're hearing me sing live. I'm a real human being singing live. I think it's terrible what's going on. It's the lure for easy money for Elton. I know. Is my image mirrored? No, Sensei. It looks like that. I know what you're talking about. It looks like that, but it's not. That's the way it does on Ecamm Live. You go, is my mirror? I've had the same question. So Sensei wants to come on the show. Shall we have him on the show? Shall we have him on the show? All right, Sensei, you are live on Martyn Lucas Investor. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much for having me on, Martyn. Sorry, just getting set up.
That's all right. You take your time. Now you did.
I'm ready.
You sounded great yesterday, but now you're not as good anymore because I'm even better. So I've just raised the bar, mate.
I need to raise my bar. I need to get some of that software you have. I don't know how you've done it to figure it out.
Hey, you know a man who knows how to do it. So all you got to do is phone me up and I'll tell you how to do it. I ain't like one of those YouTubers who just keep it all a secret. I'll tell you, and then you'll be as good as me, see?
I need to level it up. We need to have a constant competition. I need to try and be a bit better.
You'll never level it up against me, mate. Every single time. Me and my mate in England, Jamie, you know all about Jamie, right? Everyone reckons he's a ghost. Every time Jamie buys a new phone, right? I wait about 6 months and I buy the new one. I do it every single time. And we've been going on like this for about 20 years. So if you say you've gone out and bought an iPhone 15, I'll wait 6 months and I'll buy an iPhone 16. That's what happened. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sensei, so as you can see, you are not reversed. It's a bit confusing, isn't it? You think you are, but you're not. Oh, hello. No audio device detected. Now you're getting into it. So I can see now you're streaming, and what you've done, you've put that window. Don't maximize it. What you want, well, whichever way you want to do it. But anyway, I'll let you work it out. What you want to do is go into your settings. If you click the little apple at the top, all right, I'm going to do it right now. Click Apple at the top, click the settings, and then you'll get this on the screen. I'll do it so everyone can see what I'm doing. You get this here, and you go dark, and what it does, it makes the banner of your window dark. You just try that. You see what it does. You'll go, oh yeah, that's good. I like that. All right. So you click Apple, click this there. See.
There we go.
You see this? See, people pay for this sort of stuff, and you're getting it. Look at that. You look very nice. That is very professional now, Sensei. Right, you've called in for a reason, or you just want me to show you how to use your computer.
No, I've called in for a reason. There's many reasons. The markets are in a very very strange place at the moment. The S&P is skyrocketing. It's 5% off its all-time highs. Nasdaq the same. Dow Jones the same. But we're at a time where the liquidity is low. We're at a time where there should be recession fears. It's a strange point we're at, and I think it's something to dive into, and especially when there's a Fed meeting coming up on Wednesday, a decision, and I think we have very different views on what's going to happen that day.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Mean.
We don't agree on nothing recently, Sensei. Don't agree on it. So what do you think is going to happen on Wednesday? Come on, make your prediction.
I think it's. I'm very sure. I'd say that there will be a rate hike of 25 basis points. And
do you think that because everybody else is saying it like a lemon walking over a cliff, or do you think it because you actually think it for yourself?
No, I think it for myself. I think the Fed, Jerome Powell has said he wants to raise a specific amount this year, and I think he alluded to the fact that he's pausing and then raising again. I think the other thing that I differ with you is if he does pause, I do believe that there would be a rally we haven't seen before in this rally, a rally of 10, 20, 30, 40% in these high risk assets. And the reason I say that,
hold on.
Yeah.
Love the sound, Liv, not even with pianos in the background. Here is some money for the updated equipment. Thanks, Martin.
Stephen Lewandowski just gave me $4.99 because I sound so good, Sensei. So this is why you need to go out and get yourself sorted out. People are going to give you money because you sound good. It's good, isn't it? It's good investment, that. Best investment advice I've given all year.
Yeah, you do sound great. It is a great improvement, especially when you look at the streams from last week and compare them. You can't. It's a great leveling up, and I'm very happy that you put the time in for us all to enjoy that better audio. So,
thank you, mate.
So thank you for investing in your members and your YouTube channel. It's a great experience for us.
Thank you, mate. It's my pleasure. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Onwards and upwards. Okay, carry on. We need to get back to what's important here, not my sound, but your charts. Come on, carry on.
Yeah, so I think it comes down to the what the consensus is and how much you differ from it. For example, when we see the CPI, we look at what the consensus is, and if it's surprised in one way or the other, the markets react accordingly. If it's the same as what the consensus is, markets don't really move that much. So that's why I'm saying it's going to be a 25 basis point with not too much reaction for the short term for the meeting. If there is a surprise in the fact that the 99.5% of the consensus is saying that there's going to be a hike and there isn't, that is when there's going to be a massive surprise, because I don't think we've ever had such a, for all these rate decision hikes, we haven't had a consensus of over 99% of what's going to happen, and we certainly haven't had it differ from that before. So if that does happen, and if you really do believe that, I think you should be adding call options, because in a matter of putting in the 1,000, you can make 30,000-40,000 if you are correct. So that's why I differ with you in terms of what would happen if we do get a pause. So I do believe we're going to have a 25 basis point hike, and what I think is more important is where we're going to go after that in the weeks ahead, and if the recession is going to come. And that's what I kind of want to dive into now with some charts, if that's okay.
Please do. Carry on.
So the chart I'm presenting now is just the S&P, and I think we're at a very key point. It's the 786 on the fib retracement, and this is the point where you normally do have a retracement to and a reaction from. We are sitting just around that point. We're slightly above it, and while we're around this point, this is the area I do believe we're going to have a pullback. We're going to have a pullback, and I do have a view that we could see new all-time lows for the S&P. We can break down below the October 2022 lows. Ooh. And the reason I say that is because I think what's priced in right now is a soft landing. I think there's a belief that there's going to be a soft landing. Inflation is going to come under control. And what I believe is we're going to have a bad recession. I think inflation is going to stay elevated. I think the Fed won't be able to print us out of this, and that's the reason I think we're going to have new lows. That won't mean we have new lows in all stocks. If I bring up something like Meta, which we were which we did actually agree on. It was a good time to buy. Meta is one stock I don't think will have new all-time lows. I think the low, well, by new all-time lows I mean lows of sort of the season we're in, and I don't think we're going to break below the 85 mark. I think we might see these gaps here and produce a low around 152. So I don't think all stocks will make lows, the lows, but I do think there is a sell-off coming up, and I think there's always if I show you a chart of, for example, the yield curve inversion, and that's what normally you see a yield curve inversion, whether that's the 3-month, the 2-year, a recession follows. And if I bring you up to this, it's the return on investment after yield curve inversion, and we are this green line here. So this is we've had the yield curve inversion in 2019, and this is the recessions of the 2000.
Sensei, can I just interrupt you? Because if I don't comment, I'll forget this. See that little black box on the screen? What that is, you've created a scene, and that is a camera that you can just turn off. You can click that little black box and that'll disappear.
Get rid of that.
There you go. If I didn't tell you that, I would forget to tell you later. All right, sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. Please do if you have any thoughts. Yeah, so I think 2016. This is when the yield curve inversion happened in 2006, and that's the 2008 recession. That's the 2000, and that's the 1989. That's the 2019 short COVID one, and this is where we are now in 2022. So we're in 2023 now, but the inversion happened earlier on, and we can see that a lot of these in these recessions, when these yield curve inversions happen, we did stay at elevated. We had good returns, and everything seemed fine until around the point, I don't know, end of this year, beginning of next year, where we started falling off a cliff and started putting in these new lows, and we could see that we ended up with return on investment about 50%. So that's around a 50% drop in the current price. So it's getting to that point. Is the end of year? Are we going to have recession fears? Beginning of next year, what's going to happen? And I think there needs to be plans in place to have cash on hand if this is a probability. And if we look at the past and we see how recessions occurred and why they occurred, and looking at past performance of how long after a yield curve inversion did this happen, we are coming up to a point where in the next 6 months we could start having these fears, and the recession could end up not being as what's predicted, with a soft landing. And especially we're so elevated now in the S&P, the Nasdaq, that it's a point where is this a good point to be taking profits? Are we elevated too much? At the bottom here we see net liquidity, and net liquidity is not looking very good. There's not that much liquidity in the markets, and the difference is between stocks like the S&P and something like something more high risk like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is following net liquidity very perfectly, and the reason is because I think Bitcoin is regarded as much more high risk, and we have a tendency with the S&P. It always climbs it always seems to climb the fears. It seems to climb when these fears are going on, it's climbing as if nothing happens, and then something happens. And we've seen this in the past recessions. So I'm just putting this out there as a slight warning, as a slight sort of prediction on my end on what I'm making my views known right now.
Yeah.
That this is what I'm thinking. Yeah.
A lot of what you've said there, I think I agree with. I think the general sentiment I agree with. However, there's a couple of things that I want to add to that. Why I haven't sold all my positions, why I've moved into defensives. Because first of all, if we do get a sell-off, where's the money going to go? What are people going to do? Just sit in cash, or are they going to buy bonds, or are they going to buy gold, or are they going to buy defensives? And then those stocks are going to rally. They're going to go up. Now, when I look at Coca-Cola and J&J, we've had sideward action now for a year. So And we are certainly seeing the sort of the final cycle of inflation, even though it's going to go on for maybe a couple more years. It's peaked and it's certainly coming down. And also we're at a time as well. So again, this can't be compared to in the past. We're at a time of certain innovations exploding, which we've not had in the past. Of course, we've had the internet and we've had certain points in history that have had massive innovation and growth. But in the dot-com bubble, all these things. But right now, we've got solar, we've got EVs, we've got AI, all about to not only go up because people are going to buy them potentially, but they solve problems. Or not always. AI could be the end of us if you want to think like that. But we've got a lot of stocks that can change the world and do a lot of good, and a lot of money can flood into them. So as Warren Buffett has said many, many, many times since the beginning of the stock market and to where we are, we've always ended up in the future up from where we are today. And we've been through wars, way worse things than we are now. So even though things are bad right now, we've been through far greater problems. And if you just stay in, or move from one area to another, in other words, go into defensive or go into gold, or if you want to buy crypto, whichever is your thing. Or in my book, I like to buy McDonald's. I like to buy land. Rather than just sitting it in cash. Cash is great, no risk, of course. You've got some money on hand and you're earning 4.6. If we get 5% on Wednesday, even better. But just coming out and sitting on your cash in the bank is very sensible and safe. But I think you could miss out on a lot of opportunity. What's your reply to that?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. It's a matter of how much cash you have on hand and diversifying between something that could yield better results, such as bonds. If you're going up 5% a year compared to dropping 30% on a stock, I know which one I'd like to choose. And it's just getting that balance of understanding that there is a risk that the bottom isn't in, and just like just like the dot-com bubble, there was so many, as you mentioned, there were so many innovations, and the internet was the next best thing, and there was pets.com. It feels similar to Bitcoin, how it rallied. It feels similar to how AI is performing right now, and as anything AI related is going up, anything crypto related was going up for the last couple of years, and the Nasdaq, for example, when it had its a dot-com crash, it took a while, and it looked like it was recovering, and then it wasn't recovering. It rallied 40%, and it came back down and made new lows. So it's looking at different how things have reacted in the past, and just making yourself aware of it. Look at I'm just showing the 1 year chart for a minute. Looking at Tesla, you can see if you follow Tesla as long as we have, we rally up to earnings, we sell off, and then and each time it recovers. But over the last couple of years, it kept on going down after earnings. We had a downward run for quite a while. We all remember that from 21, a little peak on earnings, a sell off, peak on it. These are all the earnings: sell off, peak on earnings, sell off. Now things are reversing a little bit. Now you did say that the other day, and you said I can see Tesla going down now to I don't know, 150 or wherever it was, and at one point we were saying $60 and all this thing. But over the last year, you can see after earnings it just sells off a bit. It pumps up, sells off a bit, but it keeps setting new highs. And I think because of Tesla can solve so many problems, and so many things aren't priced in yet. I know you'll say it's priced to perfection and it's massively overbought. And I agree in some respects it is. If we look at what it has today, however, Wall Street doesn't like uncertainty. The market doesn't like uncertainty, and it's not pricing in those robo-taxis. It's not pricing in the AI, the new ChatGPT competitor. There's several things it's not pricing in. And I was looking at it myself yesterday of buying a Tesla to go nowhere, not to use, and having it on the robo-taxi fleet
and waking up in the morning and finding out my Tesla's been driving around Dallas, taking people from place to place, earning me money, and it's estimated to be 80% to you and 20% to Tesla. What an amazing thing that is. It doesn't exist right now, but if you believe in Tesla, you know it's around the corner. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think a degree of that will be priced in. I think the stock would be valued much lower if it wasn't pricing in some of what Tesla's future is. But I agree with you. I think Tesla is a $1,000 stock. It's just where it goes before. It's about, for me, I look at social metrics as well. I also look at what is actually undervalued. Is Tesla undervalued right now? The way I look at it is, if a couple of years ago in March 2020 it was $22. Right now it's 10 times that. And what I would look at for something that was actually undervalued is something that I would go back to Facebook, Meta, sorry. That was undervalued. That was when Tesla was $22. So if you compare it to Tesla was $22 on its March crash, or wherever that was. Yeah, the March crash. $22. Meta a few months ago in 2022 was below that level. So imagine Tesla being $10. That, in my opinion, is something that was really undervalued. And if Tesla goes somewhere like that, that would be really undervalued. I'm not saying Tesla's going down there. I'm just saying what actually makes something undervalued. And that would be Meta a year ago was undervalued, and Tesla right now, where it's 10 times above where the equivalent of Meta, then that doesn't seem to me undervalued, and I think is that in the middle of a range where it hasn't priced in. You saying it hasn't priced in what it can do in the future. I'm saying it hasn't priced in a bad recession. So there's a sort of a double-edged sword, and it's where you fall in between, and it's something where I think you need to find a good middle ground where you're in, but you also have cash on hand to prepare yourself for a 40% drop.
Absolutely, and I trimmed off a couple the other day, and then I bought on the way down. I would love Tesla to go to $100 a share or $50 a share, because at the end of the day, remember, the share price isn't the value of the company. It's just the share price on the day. I would absolutely love that. But that doesn't mean to say I'm going to sell all my shares right now, because I can sell J&J. I can sell the S&P, of course, would go down if Tesla went down. It's a part of it. But I could sell other stocks that I've got sitting there, like Coca-Cola, for example. I regard those as my sources of funds, if you like. They go up very slowly, and they're pretty recession proof. They're inflationary proof. Thereabouts. They're in the money right now. I could find 10 grand tomorrow if I wanted to, and buy Tesla at $100, and my average would come tumbling down, and then I could start to trim back, because I would have like 80% of my portfolio in Tesla, and that wouldn't be very responsible, but I could trim it on the way up. So I think it's all about risk management, right? You know what you've invested in. You're aware that we could have a drop on Wednesday. You've taken some profits off the table. You've trimmed back. You've bought some defensives. You're holding your position. If it does drop mad, crazy, then you sell some Coke, you sell some J&J, and you double on down. And then the moment it pops up, you might have to sit on it for 6 months or a year maybe, and then you start trimming back, and then your portfolio is really going to fly.
Yeah, I agree with you. The way I slightly differ is in the fact I think there's a point where you get fearful that the money you don't have invested is not doing anything. Money's not working for you, and that's why I think if you take, I'm not saying directly you. I think there's a lot of people who do exactly what you're doing, which is having these defensive stocks, which is I actually think is a good source of funds, as you say as well. I think if you are all in high risk stocks, then it will be a conversation of you need to have this money in cash or in defensive stocks. But there's also the degree of, if a recession comes, or if what's coming comes, it's going to affect Coca-Cola, it's going to affect Johnson & Johnson, but not in the same way. I mean, if you look at sort of Coca-Cola when the COVID drop happened, if you get a view of it, I mean, it dropped 40%, but J&J, less risky, I think it probably dropped less in 2020. I'm not saying we're going to have as big as of a drop. We might 30%, so it's not as much, and you can use it as a source of funds. But it would be much better if it didn't drop at all, and you were holding it in cash, and you can buy Tesla lower. And what happened? And yeah, you just need a plan of, say Tesla drops 50%. You're going to be buying it every 5-10%
But
it goes
looking
down.
at, yeah,
And then when you put
yeah.
money, what's going to happen? Are you going to run out of the defensive stocks, for example?
Yeah, exactly. But I agree with what you're saying now. But I think you really need to get a grip of your own fear and FOMO and all, FOMO going up and fear going down. Because looking at that J&J chart, I'm just showing the viewers right now. If you look at that, you've got that massive drop there, which you were just showing then in March 20. You can see that. But if you just stand back, you can see that's continually over time, it just over many, many years, continually goes up. And the fact of the matter is, if you'd only just held and didn't try to time the market and didn't try to buy the bottom and didn't try to sell the top, the fact of the matter is, if you'd bought back 30 years ago and did absolutely nothing other than holding it, more than likely, you'd be doing very, very well today. Well, in fact, there's no doubt about it. I mean, look at it. We can see exactly if you just bought it and did absolutely nothing. So I think looking at that chart there on a company like J&J, if we do get a bit of a drop, just have the ability to buy more and lower your averages. Don't be worried. Don't be concerned. Don't get fearful the moment it starts, dropping down, because then you'll go out and buy something else. And of course, if you're doing it like I did last year on your brokerage position, you're paying taxes on it, you're running around like a headless chicken, and all you got to do is calm down and leave it alone. And I think you'll be okay. I mean, the company is sound and solid. If J&J goes down the toilet, we've got much bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is all short term. I think we both see where it's going in the future, where with Tesla, Coca-Cola, J&J, these drops will be bought up. And for me, the reason I'm saying all of this is because I'm a crypto guy, and when this happens to the stock market, God knows what happens to the crypto market, and it becomes a bigger warning to crypto. So the S&P is sort of like Bitcoin, or the most defensive stock you can is the most defensive stock you can think of. It is equivalent to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is
Sensei, you got 30 seconds. Wrap up for me in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's the blue chip of the crypto market. So when you think about crypto, it will have a much bigger drop than the stock market. So for the altcoins, you have to be very careful with. At this point, Bitcoin's probably the best buy, or XRP, but crypto, all these altcoins, they'll drop at 90% if a recession comes and the S&P drops 40%. So that's what you have to be really careful of is crypto and these high risk stocks.
Sensei, thanks as always for calling in. Appreciate you very much indeed.
Thank you very much for having me on.
My pleasure. There's Sensei Crypto calling in. A great job as always. If you want more information on Sensei's crypto challenge, or his thoughts, or his chart reading, or his analysis, you can have a one-on-one with Sensei. He can do charts for you, can do full analysis for you. He has a free plan, he has a paid plan, and I'm going to share on the screen now a couple of things I'm going to alert you to. We've got 1 minute to go before the bell, so very, very quickly. We have Sensei's YouTube channel. He's got some members-only videos here for members only. Go and check this out of his YouTube channel. I'll give you the link here on the screen. Here it comes in the chat. You might like to asbestos in baby powder. No, there is no asbestos in Johnson & Johnson's baby powder. I've been studying that for a while, and I'm right with the company on that one. We've also got Sensei's Twitter. Whoops-a-daisy. Sensei's Twitter. Oops, I have literally just messed that up. I'll try and refresh that again. There we go. Sensei's Twitter account. If you want to go and follow there for more information, then you can, and all the rest of it. And finally, I will give you, as we've got another, just about time. Here's Sensei's website. Go and check out all his services. And we're about to ring the bell in just a couple of seconds from now. Let's do it in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, the bell has now gone. We are now into the closing, the after hours. and things are looking pretty good at the moment. We've got, it's all about NEE's earnings in the morning. We're very excited about that. If we go and have a look, let's have a look. I'm just behind the market at the moment. Virgin Galactic is still going down. I wouldn't touch it right now. Gold, under 180, I'll start buying it again. The S&P is going up. Amazon's just trimming off. Apple's trimming off. NEE, here it is. I trimmed off the top, made a profit. And in fact, I did more than that. I sold all my Roth IRA position. And I'm buying it on the way down. Let's read this comment here from Delph. Seriously now, I'm moving everything to Rocket Lab. I don't believe in space anymore. Bad marketing momentum is totally gone. I'm 100% with you, Delph. That's my belief. I've been buying Rocket Lab, much better run company. They acquired the bits and the remnants of Virgin Orbit. There's every reason to believe from the people I am speaking to that could happen again with Virgin Galactic. Anyway, we are going to cover the flight, which is on July the 28th. If you've not yet picked up my TransferWise deal here, you can send money for free anywhere around the world, cash. I use it to send money to England. If you want to send money for free using my referral, there's no fees, and you will get the XE rate, which is the best rate, the internal banking rate from bank to bank. I do it all the time. If I get 3 people to do it, I'll earn $50. Anyway, just let you know. Okie dokie, I use it and it's a brilliant service. All right, if you've if you've not liked the video yet and you've enjoyed our content, please do smash the like button. That'll be absolutely great. Okay. Martin, I sold 116 shares of Space and put the rest in PLTR. I think that's the wise thing to do, in my opinion. I'm staying in Space as a pump and dump stock. I'll trade it over and over and dump it on the pumps. Yeah, I just can't buy it right now. There's much better. 40,000 lawsuits against J&J. There are, but they are resilient. They are doing a deal, and there's no issue with that at all. There is no evidence, and they've got all the scientific evidence over many, many years. I've read the reports, and there is no evidence to say there is asbestos in talcum powder. 100% behind what the company have been saying. Anyway, it's wonderful to have you here on the show again, Alex. Not seen you for a while. How are you? Brilliant to have you here. Let me, I lost my screen. Where is it? I want to go into, this is the one. Here we go. Here is Alex. We've not heard from Alex for a while. Here he is.
Follow Martyn's The Day Trader. You got to be in it to win it.
Hey, everybody. This is Marvin from Stock Market Plans. Just want to let you know, my friend, Martyn Lucas Investor, you got to make sure you check him out. The guy's got an awesome YouTube channel. It's growing. Community's growing. Helping people out. No judgment. Come on down. Check him out.
I'm Puya Bostani from Iran, joining Martyn Lucas Investment Channel. I'm thoroughly enjoyed it. I think everybody can benefit from the amazing content that Martyn, from his experience, put up on this challenge, will help you to go and grow and go beyond your investment journey.
Just wanted to let everybody know that this is the best YouTube channel in the world. And all the time that we've been here, it's been exciting. We've been part of a great family, had a lot of struggles, but a lot of winnings. So whatever anybody thinks that they need not to join, they need to join because it pays off multiple ways.
So I'm Maximo. I'm from Jordan. I'm from across the world. I'm not in the US, but I've been a member of Martyn's channel for about a week now, and I've enjoyed it so far. I've been watching him quietly for the past 2 weeks, but I've decided to become a member because someone that I could actually benefit from, someone I could actually potentially make money or potentially stop some losses. And a great example is Space Virgin Galactic. I've saved myself about 11% loss. I almost broke even at a 1.5% loss, which compared to other people, it's a blessing.
Everybody, you should watch Martyn. He's amazing. He loves to drink whiskey, lay flat on the floor. No, all jokes aside, it's an amazing community. I love watching Martyn and usage supporting. And yeah, send them some super stickers with amazing comments. Thank you.
My name is Akil, also known as the Man from Earth, and I'm with the Martyn Lucas family, the investor family, and what we do every day is we go over investing. And the reason why I joined this family is I was looking for some news about Virgin Galactic when the spike went up like last week, and it led me directly to the show, and I started watching. I'm like, wow, this guy, I love the energy in here, and it's great, man. So I became a member. Actually, I became a sponsor one day last week, a sponsor of the bill. For Cool to Kill Urban Apparel. I'm the CEO and owner of that company, and we love this. We love this. Martyn Lucas, the Virgin Galactic whole thing. We love it because the energy in here is great, and I love it.
Thank you very much, guys, for everyone that calls in and leaves messages. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, it's time to wrap up the show. So this is what we're going to do. We've got a very specific strategy. We're about to go into one hell of a week. A lot to do. We're about to start the 24-hour stream again. I've been working on it a lot, like I've been working on the sound and everything else. So tomorrow morning, pre-market, we're going to be early with Next Era Energy. Solar is about to break out. We want to get the dip for the morning. We want to buy back. So Next Era Energy. So how do you watch that? We're going to be early in the morning. Here is Next Era Energy. Here is the link to that event in the morning. I am going to be early. Stephen Lewandowski, just make sure, did I put thank you for your wonderful tip earlier? That was very, very kind of you. I appreciate it very much indeed. There is Next Era Energy. Be the first person to like it, first person to comment. That's in the morning. Then, right after that, we have got the main show, opening and closing bell. Of course, the opening show will probably be late because the Next Era Energy will run on, but it'll be what it is. Then we've got after hours tomorrow. This is one hell of a day tomorrow, right? We've got Google earnings after hours tomorrow night. We've also got Microsoft earnings tomorrow night. Then in the morning, pre-market, Tilray. By God, we're going to be busy, okay? We're going to be really busy. Then we got another show. And then we've got McDonald's coming up. We got the Fed on Wednesday. And then we got McDonald's on the 27th, early hours. And then we go on, we got Amazon earnings after hours. It's going to be an incredibly busy period of time on our show. So I hope you'll join me for all these major events so we can shape everything. The sound sounds better. Did you change anything? Yeah, I just took some gain out of it. That's all. I didn't adjust the EQ at all, Sensei. I just trimmed back the gain. Sometimes loud or certain. I interpret what you say to me because I understand sound. I lived it and breathed it all my life. And if someone says you are loud, it doesn't necessarily mean you're loud. It's because it will appear loud to them. And that's because very often certain frequencies are boosted, which gives the effect of loudness. So even though you're saying the sound has improved because you were talking about too much bass, what I've actually done is reduce the gain. And these are the tweaks that I shall make over the next few weeks. Anyway, thank you, Martyn, for your sound upgrade. Keep it up. Great listening to you. Thank you. I'm so chuffed that you can all notice this. I am really excited. If you listen on a phone, you can tell a little bit of a difference. But if you listen to it on a really good sound system, you will really tell a difference. And the wonderful thing I like is when I start speaking, it goes completely silent. Listen to this. No sound at all. And there's fans everywhere in the studio. Now, it's not using a gate. A gate is what you use on a drum, a reverse gate on a snare drum. That's very harsh for vocals. And a lot of technology, a lot of people, YouTube will use noise reduction. That also isn't the way to do it. The professional way to do it, how the TV do it, how the BBC do it, it's not how YouTubers do it, hence why I always say I'm not a YouTuber, right? I've worked in those locations, so I've learned about that kind of thing. It's called an expander, And what it does is it monitors my sound, and the moment the level is reduced, it brings down the gain. It's very different than a noise reduction, but it works in a much more smooth way, and it doesn't take away the quality of the sound. If you put noise reduction on, it takes out all that's like a de-esser, takes out it analyzes and takes out parts of the sound you don't want to take out. Yeah, if you are trying to reduce your noise, don't use a de-esser. Most of it, if I'm honest, if I can pass this on to Senze, I know he's doing it, wants to build his YouTube channel up, is mic technique. Try to control the P's. So I don't go puh, I go puh. I control my P's, I control my T's, I control my S's. That way you don't have to get a frequency, you don't need to remove those frequencies because you controlled them with the artist, the singer, the broadcaster, controlled those. So anyway, if anybody wants information like that, I'm happy to provide it. My members, I provide, gold members get 2 1-hour calls a month. Anyway, that's it for me this afternoon. Let's have a look. Thank you, Mike, for the sound upgrade. Thank you, Zach Zate. Have I got a sound effect from Zach Zate? And this is Zach.
Started watching on TikTok, and I was totally against doing stocks, but after watching you for about 5 to 7 days, I dove in, put $1,000 into Robinhood, and gave this a try. I've been watching what you've been doing. I've been following and trading the way that you've been trading, and today I made a profit after yesterday, so big thumbs up. It really was exciting to me, and all day today I've been waiting for the Virgin Galactic to take off and be able to reinvest and get back in, because I did that today with you.
Excellent stuff. Right. Well, we're going to wrap up the show with Day Trader of the Day. Now, I'll be back early with you in the morning for the next era energy. It's going to be a busy morning. Let's have a quick look at where we are this afternoon. I'll first of all want to thank my viewers on Rumble. Thanks to all of you. There you go. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me just put a quick hello there. I also want to thank those of you watching me on Twitter. I also want to thank those of you who watched me today on Facebook. There you go. Paul Holt is over there on Facebook. Thanks for liking the stream. Thank you. I want to thank everyone who's followed me on my Facebook page. We've now gone through 1,000 followers. Absolutely amazing on my investor channel. Can't thank you enough for that. Thank you very much, everyone who's followed me on my Facebook page. On Twitter, we're at 904 followers now. I want to get to 1,000 followers on Twitter as well. That's very exciting. We had a couple of comments here. Brandon Harris has just started following me. Thank you, Brandon Harris. And we've got Fight Channel is always there retweeting my posts. Thank you very much indeed. And a new tweet just coming from Virgin Galactic. Let's see what it says. Virgin Galactic. John is a British Olympian and intrepid entrepreneur who is on the cusp of another extraordinary milestone. I'm just sorry, Virgin Galactic. This was not a good choice of people that you need on the first flight. So I'm not that impressed with that. I think it's not a very smart move. The share price is being, destroyed right now. Okay, what else I wanted to share quickly? Let's have a quick look. We've got which views are being watched this afternoon. Virgin Galactic is still getting some attention. Virgin Galactic barcode warning. If you've not checked out this video here, barcode warning explaining why I think Virgin Galactic is on the cusp of going a lot lower. You want to check out barcode warnings on the homepage of my channel. And our subscribers is now 9,565. Just lost one. The Virgin Galactic investors I'm now calling gamblers don't like when I say Virgin Galactic's going down. If I said it was going up, they keep subscribing. If I say it's going down, they don't. And obviously, we don't need subscribers like that. We want useful, educated investors, not fan clubs. Fan clubs don't belong here. It's not what I want. It's not what I want. It's one worry when I focus on one stock. You get people just joining because you're the rah-rah for their stock. Well, I'm not a rah-rah for any stock. I'm here to make money consistently, not to rah-rah any stock at all. All right, okay. Let's do Day Trader of the Day. We're up again today. And let's put it here. We're up 0.17%. Let's go over to members only. Here we go. Let's switch here. Customization, members only. Here we go. Only members can take part in this one. All right, here we go. All right. Once we get you posting, we will work out who the winner is. Excellent. Okay. Give you just a moment to post, and I'll come back to you. Okay. Malcolm Webb, late to the show. We'll watch the rerun. Malc Webb, how are you, Malcolm? A lot of the major advances on our production today. You may notice something is very, very different today with the show. Malc, it's lovely to have you here. All right, start posting your scores. Is everyone behind an ad? Is that what's going on? Right, here we go. I am up 0.17. Let's put the timer up. 0.34, Stephen Lewandowski goes into the lead. Up 0.12, just behind is Fight Channel. Stephen Lewandowski is still winning, 0.34. 48 seconds to go. Next year, Energy, still going down. Tesla, holding up. And still going up, by the way. Very, very good news for my portfolio. My Roth IRA is storming ahead, way above my main brokerage account. That's very, very good. Just $400 off an all-time high. Very good indeed. Raphael, 3.92. Storms ahead. Congratulations, that's a great score. 3.92. Very, very nice indeed. Raphael, congratulations. I think we've run out of time. Thank you for your honest trades. Give them a thumbs up. Very good indeed. Hi, Martin and the Lucas mugs. Love your channel, Fight Club. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? The Fight channel. Isn't it brilliant? That have you checked out Barbie? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do it now. Fight channel. You ready to get some subscribers? All right. Here we go. You ready? Okay. We're going to make Fight Channel famous now. You ready, folks? Okay, here we go. I want everyone to go and do this. Here is Barbie live on the show. Here she is.
This is Barbie, Marcus Lucas Show, ladies and gentlemen. On Marcus Lucas Show today, just in a few minutes from now, he's going to have a special guest. Who's that special guest going to be, Marcus Lucas? Let's find out. Marcus Lucas, tell me who your special guest is.
Let me give everybody the link to the poll. If you've not yet visited me on Twitter, there is the link to Twitter. The question I'm asking you to vote on today, I have a special guest on my show today. Guess who in the poll?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got a poll on Twitter. Let's find out who's on that poll, ladies and gentlemen. Marcus, who's on that poll there?
And we'll have our guest on in about 20 minutes' time. All right? Who's our star guest? It's one of those. Meet Kevin, Howard Stern, Richard Branson, and Bambi. Or Bambi, rather. Not and Bambi. We're not having Bambi and Richard Branson. Okay.
Really? He got Elon Musk on there? Nah, he's not going to be on there. Richard Branson? Nah, he ain't going to get Sir Richard Branson on there. Bambi? Over Barbie? Really? I think it might be Meet Kevin. Whoever Kevin is. Kevin, who are you? I don't know. But, you know.
Barbie, excuse me here. Why wasn't your name on there? The co-host to Barbie and Marcus Lucas show. That's a shame that he didn't put you on there.
I know that's a shame, but you know something? My movie come out here tonight, Thursday night, and especially on Friday. Make sure you catch the Barbie show. A Barbie movie at theater this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. That make it the #1 movie from X-Town, ladies and gentlemen. We see ya. Marcus Lucas and put me on the list. I'm so sad.
So anyway, if you want to check out Fight Channel, this is where Barbie lives. I'm going to put in the channel, and let's have a quick look. Shall we see if we can get him up? There's his channel. So he's got 303 subscribers. You ready? I want everyone to subscribe to his channel. Click on that. Let's make him 300 and let's make him 305 in 30 seconds. You ready? 1 minute on the clock. Let's do it. Let's make him famous. Right, let's take him from 303 to 305 in seconds. You ready? Everyone subscribe to the Fight Channel. Click on that. Click subscribe. This is one of our members here. This is one of our members. This is Fight Channel. In the channel, you can see he's one of our members, and he's in green. He's got the Fight Channel, and Barbie. It's a political movie. Brilliant, says Crag. There you go. 20 seconds to go. 303. I want to see at least 305. Would be absolutely brilliant. Tesla's running away, by the way. Doing very well. Here we go. Just a few seconds to go, and then we're going to end the show. We've got our winner today. Raphael. Raphael was our winner. Okay. All right. You ready? I'm going to refresh it. And if we get a really good number, I'll be thrilled to bits. You ready? 303. Let's refresh it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 303. We've now got 305. Excellent stuff. 305 subscribers. There we go. I said 300. We get 2 more. And the reason why I only said that is because I think most people have subscribed to him already from our channel, and we're not that busy today, so I didn't expect it to be massive. That was good. 305. Well done indeed. Thanks, guys, for doing that. It's always nice to help somebody out, right? There you go. Congratulations. Right, I had a comment here. What was it? Just scrolling up. Oh yeah, Raphael came in at 3.92. So congratulations. I did it, didn't I? Congratulated Raphael. I did do it. All right, that's it for me. So thank you very much indeed, guys. I will see you back early in the morning. It's going to be another busy day tomorrow and a really, really busy week. So thank you very much, everyone, for liking the stream and being part of it. And we'll see you back in the morning. Let's roll on the credits. Let's bring on the credits now. Here we go. Doobie doobie doo-wah. Here we go. Let's have a quick look here. And the stars of our show today. We had a super chat from Stephen Lewandowski today. He was the star of our show today. Gave me a wonderful tip in today's show. Thank you very much for that. And I'm so glad that you noticed it and appreciated it. The sound, that is. I really do appreciate it. All right. Okay. So Virgin Galactic's going back down again. Gold is still too expensive. Excuse me. S&P is holding up after hours. Amazon's going sideways down after hours. Roll the bloody credits. Next Era Energy is up 0.03. Enphase Energy is flat. Petrobras, we started to look at this today, didn't we? Coca-Cola is up in the after hours slightly. J&J is also up in the after hours. CVX, Chevron is up in the after hours. Tesla is still running. Slightly flat on the after hours, but we're up today 3.5%. Guys, see you all tomorrow. Big congratulations to us. Absolutely right. Appreciated the awesome sound, Martin. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Guys, see you all tomorrow. Big congratulations to us and each other. LOL Barbie. All right, okay. Rivian going up. McDonald's going sideways. Google going up after hours. Microsoft. Remember, after hours, Google and Microsoft. And then July 26th, the day after, we've got Tilray in the morning. Pre-market. I'll see you back in the morning for the earnings for Next Era Energy. It should be a very, very good morning. We're very excited about it. Look forward to that. If you've missed any of the videos I put out today, go and check them out. Leave a like. If you enjoy the sound and the story of it all, go and have a little look. But in the meantime, we're done. See you back in the morning. As always, take care of your money, take care of your crypto. Thank you, Sensei, for calling in. And most importantly, take care of each other. Bye-bye for now.